The wealth of the written word. In a quiet village where the roads were made of dust and the houses were made of hope, lived a boy named Eris. While other children played with carved stones or chased the village goats, Eris sat on an overturned crate, staring at the distant city skyline. He had very little in his pockets, but his mind was a vast, empty room waiting to be filled with the treasures of the world. One afternoon, while scavenging for scraps near the market, Eris found a book with a torn cover lying in the mud. He tried to wipe the grime away, squinting at the strange symbols inside. A man named Silas, who owned the local parchment shop, watched the boy from his doorway. Silas saw not a beggar, but a seeker. "Those marks are called letters, Eris," Silas said, stepping out. "They are the keys to every kingdom ever built." Silas offered Eris a deal. If Eris helped him organize the heavy scrolls and sweep the shop, Silas would teach him to read and cipher. Eris agreed instantly, his heart racing faster than it ever had during a game of tag. For years, Eris lived two lives. By day, he hauled crates and ran errands until his muscles ached. By night, he sat by the glow of a single sputtering candle in Silas's shop. He learned the logic of numbers and the music of philosophy. Every word he mastered felt like a gold coin placed in a vault that no thief could ever reach. As Eris grew into a young man, a great drought struck the village. The elders argued about how to save the remaining crops, but Eris used the geometry and engineering he had studied. He showed Silas a series of diagrams he had drawn, explaining how they could divert a hidden spring from the hills. Silas nodded, realizing the boy had become the teacher. With Silas's blessing and a satchel full of books, Eris finally set off for the city he had watched since childhood. He arrived with no money, but he possessed a sharp mind and a spirit forged in hard work. He didn't ask for a handout, he asked for a chance to prove his worth at the city's largest trading house. Eris started as a junior clerk working for a stern man named Bram. While the other clerks complained about the long hours and the endless ledgers, Eris saw each page as a puzzle. He worked late into the night, applying the advanced mathematics Silas had taught him to find efficiencies that others missed. One morning, the trading house was in a panic. A massive error had been found in the accounts that threatened to ruin the business. Eris approached Bram with a calm smile and a single sheet of paper. He had found the mistake and calculated a way to recover the lost funds using a new method of trade balancing. Decades passed, and Eris's name became synonymous with wisdom and success. He became the head of the trading house, but he never forgot the dust of his village or the smell of Silas's parchment. He lived in a house filled with light, but his most prized possessions were not the silk curtains or the silver plates, but the books that had built his life. Eris returned to his village, not to show off his riches, but to share them. He built a grand library where the old shack used to stand. On the opening day, he knelt down to hand a book to a young girl named Mira. "This," he whispered, "is the only treasure that grows the more you give it away."